Hello, welcome to another update video. Bitcoin is hitting a critical level right now, and that's the level, or an area rather, that we've identified by using Fibonacci levels and our Elliott Wave method and framework. So this helps us to reduce uncertainty on price charts. We never get to certainty, right? There's never going to be a guarantee for anything in financial markets. But with our analysis method, we can identify key pivots, support levels, resistance levels, and we can reduce the uncertainty in markets by basically boiling down the infinity of possibilities all the way down to just 2 or 3 scenarios. And we want to talk about why these levels are so relevant. So earlier today in a video, we talked about that possibly here wave 3 is done, and that we're now at least in this wave 4 bounce. Okay, that got confirmed very early today. I showed you my post on X in which I highlighted, I think it was yesterday, that a bounce is due now in wave 4 at least, yeah, because the move to the downside reached obviously the targets. So that doesn't mean a bounce has to happen, but it means a bounce is due. So how can we identify that? Well, if we zoom out a little bit, and this is always educational as well, what we can see here is in this structure to the downside, in this downtrend that we've been tracking over the last few weeks, we can identify an A wave down, which is, from an Elliott Wave point of view, the first leg down in a correction. An A wave. This here was a B wave up, which is the correction in the correction. Basically just a counter trend move to the move down. Yeah, markets are breathing in, breathing out. So the market bounced a bit, reached here the area around $107,000 on the 11th of November, and then started to sell off again. But based on these two legs, you could say, of a wave, of a pattern, we can identify the target zone for the C wave, and that's the blue zone. And the first zone, and I might have to adjust it slightly, it might have shifted a little bit in the last video. Let me just double check that. No, it's pretty much okay. So, and that the first target for such a C wave is usually the 100% Fibonacci extension, a very common Fibonacci relationship. It's a mathematical projection, not a guarantee or anything, just a mathematical projection, a level of interest. And I think it was yesterday I had a conversation with someone on X about Fibonacci confluence and clusters, yeah, support clusters. And I explained to him that, because his question was about that, and I explained that basically that's what we do with Elliott Wave. Elliott Wave doesn't work without Fibonacci. They go hand in hand. So you can't really use Fibonacci without, well, you can use Fibonacci without Elliott Wave, but you can't use Elliott Wave without Fibonacci. So we combine them. Yeah, they are part of the same framework. And especially if we have a couple of levels, or sometimes even 3 levels, that kind of are very close together, like clustered, yeah, in an area, that can be a very, very interesting area to watch for reversal. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not calling here for a significant low yet, but there has been a reaction to such a cluster. So it's not particularly surprising that we saw a rather friendly day in crypto today. It was only a bounce. It's not meaningful at all. And it's between 90,570 here, this area, and the 91,400 level, 300 to 400 level, yeah, because that was the 100% extension. So there are a few levels that match here. There are some on the smaller time frame as well, but especially the 61.8 retracement level. It's the golden ratio. It's a very, very important level that we're typically tracking, and so therefore, also given how oversold the market was, it was absolutely no surprise to see a bounce today. But hey, this is still tiny, this bounce. So I just mentioned in the intro that Bitcoin has reached a critical level. Well, I'm talking about this zone. Now, if you watched previous updates today, if you read the reports, or if you follow on Discord, then you know that after the initial bounce, we said now a pullback into micro support is likely. So that happened. So from the initial target down here, yesterday's low, or today's low actually, early morning low, the market bounced into resistance, again the next fib level, at 93,300. Market couldn't break above it all day. Interesting is, by the way, that the stock market showed some weakness today and crypto was rather friendly on a small time frame. And so now we're back in support, but it's a small micro support. And this is now a key zone where Bitcoin's development over the coming sessions will probably be decided. Because if we can hold $90,150, which is the lower boundary of that support area, there could be at least another move up in an A, B, C structure. If we get another higher low and another higher high, we even have 5 waves. And that would be even more bullish. But for now, I'm just tracking an A, B, C structure. We don't even know if we can break this first resistance area, which is between $93,300 and $97,300. Yeah? I said I prefer a wider wave 4. Okay, so that's what I'm watching for. But I have to say, if we break below micro support, then wave 5 is likely unfolding already. All right. So it really depends now on Bitcoin's reaction to this micro support area. And the levels are, because some of you are, I know some of you are on the phone. You know what? It would really be interesting how many of you guys are really watching this on the phone. Some of you on laptop, or I don't know. Some of you even on TV, I guess. Let me know in the comments which device you're using. It's very interesting for me as well, just to see, what the focus is, and maybe, just let me know if you can see these numbers as well on phone, if you're using phone, and who's using phone, who might even be using TV. Yeah, maybe you're watching in bed. I don't know. Pretty cool. Interesting. I'm just curious what the community is doing. So, but anyway, yeah, I'd like to see that broader wave 4. Oh yeah, I was talking about the 4 levels. So 90,152, 90,924, 91,470, and 92,020. So watching this area, and if we can possibly bounce, maybe after a little bit further downside, we'll see, but this is the zone, then yeah, market could reach the 95,488 to 97,300 area, basically the upper half of that resistance area. Now we can even add a little bit more detail. I mean, this is then getting very, very into the weeds. Yeah, I think this here is likely that we get an ABC in wave B, but don't think that these nano structures are very predictive. I'm just showing what, in terms of proportions, I think would be ideal. Especially overnight, we could see just a little bit of sideways here, and then maybe tomorrow a bounce. So we'll keep focusing on that. That should give you all the relevant levels. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, then check out our X channel as well. And if you want to join the community for further updates, feel free to do that. On our channel page, there's a video that explains all the member benefits. If you join MCO, you become part of a worldwide network and community of, well, traders. We have over 8,000 on Discord members who discuss, different charts and so on. You can join our live streams. Yeah, you get member-only videos, as you can see here. Fetch AI was covered today, for example. AVAX was covered. Live streams. On our Sunday live stream, we cover more than 30 coins usually, sometimes 40, sometimes even 50. And so, yeah, that all happens every single week. And as a gold member, you can access Discord, where you get a lot of additional updates, TradingView live charts, an Elliott Wave course is available there. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.